Hello students, welcome to MBA 360. We've just done a video on MBA in Healthcare Management and we told you the kind of student that must be choosing that particular program, which is about the kind of attitude that you must have, the kind of aptitude you will have, the kind of role that you will be getting if you were to get into this particular specialized course. It is not meant for everyone. It is not meant for people who are looking for glorified careers. If you want glorified careers, do investment banking, do finance. But MBA in Healthcare Management requires a different kind of skill set, a different kind of attitude. Your conscience must be at the right place. You must be dealing with human beings. You will still be dealing with insurance companies, pharma companies, hospitals. You will be dealing with operations. You will be dealing with analytics. All these things are required when you're dealing with MBA in healthcare management. But having said that, a lot of students asked us, how do they go about choosing this MBA in healthcare management and what are the colleges that we recommend should be there as a part of the bucket list. There are 3-4 things that I'll tell you before I actually start showing you the list of B schools which are offering MBA in healthcare management. The first thing is just make sure that this particular institute that you're choosing actually has companies which are in healthcare services coming for placements also. It should not be a generic company which is trying to recruit a finance guy, or a company which is an investment banking company which is trying to recruit from MBA in healthcare management. Of course, there might be a few of them, but unless the company has good relationship or good association with those providers which are in healthcare, which can be pharmacy companies, hospitals, insurance companies, and so on and so forth, you will not be able to learn a lot more from that. So the association is extremely important. As much as when the association happens, at some point in time, the placements also will start coming in. The second thing is location. Location plays a very, very big role. If you're positioned in a place where there is not many hospitals around, then you'll struggle to get placement or even have the direct connect with corporates, which is in the healthcare industry side. So very important for you to understand what kind of location you are based in. For example, a place like Bombay and Delhi and all obviously has a very good connection. And if you're a very, very premier B school, of course, companies will anyway go there for a lot of connections in which ways. But the connections are very important. There, in my opinion, location also plays a certain kind of role. The third thing is the accreditation. A lot of institutions in healthcare management are new. So to that extent, a bit of accreditation is missing. But if you actually have some kind of accreditation, then you're better placed because at least someone has done the due diligence on your behalf, on the student's behalf, to understand the process, the outcomes, and understand how the healthcare management as a program has been developed, how it's evolving, and whether the student outcomes are being met or not met. So look for accreditation as much as possible. The other thing is legacy of the institution. One is the institution itself being there for the last 30, 40, 50 years. So that is very important. And the other part of it is the legacy of the course itself. Because the more the number of batches this particular course has passed out, as many, if you have 10, 15 batches passing out, then these people would be working in different healthcare industries at some point in time. And because of that, the connection would be much more deeper, because of which you will actually learn through the internship projects, through capstone projects, and also placements also would be very, very good. You look at the legacy of the institution and also factor in or give a great weightage for the legacy of the course itself. If it's been there for a longer time, it means that it's one, very successful, two, it's got very, very good connections in the industry also, because of which a lot of benefits flow back and forth. And the last and most important thing is the people who are teaching you, the faculty that's teaching you, how involved were they in healthcare industry at some point in time. You do not want to have people who don't understand healthcare at all to come and teach you healthcare completely. So the institution must, over a period of time, build faculty which actually has some kind of a connection and some kind of a working experience in healthcare outside the institution. So there are 5 things that you should be looking at. If you have to choose a college or an institution offering an MBA in healthcare management, first look for the kind of outcomes, whether the outcomes are from healthcare industry, to the kind of location where the institution is placed, 3, the legacy of the institution, 4, whether the faculty is very well taught or they've come from the experience of the healthcare professionals. And 5th, most importantly, how deep is the connection that this institution has with the healthcare industry outside of the institution. If you have all these 5, then you have something going for you, and that is how you go about choosing any institution which is offering an MBA in healthcare management. And when I talk of legacy, I'm not just talking about the legacy of the institution of when it was born, but also about when did the particular course, healthcare management, as a course, get launched in this institution. That is also very important, because the more the number of people who are outside, having passed out from this particular institution and are working in the healthcare industry, you will actually have better industry connects because of internships, capstone projects, and even placements would be influenced over a period of time. Right? With these things, let me show you what our recommendation is. And this, by the way, is not an exhaustive list. I might have missed out a few things. Let's be very clear about that. What we've done is we compiled for you a list of B schools which are offering MBA in healthcare management, and whether you should be looking at that, of course, is your choice. But This is something that we vetted and we think that they're good institutions because they've been there for some time and do deliver the outcomes that they're working on. The first one, of course, and this is the story that we're doing, best college for healthcare management in India. And we'll talk of placement stats, salaries, top recruiters, job role-wise performance, everything we'll talk about it now. The first one is Welingkar Institute of Management. This is in Mumbai. This is one of the best B schools that you have. It's been there for the last, about 50 plus years. And because of that, it's, a lot of students have passed out of these things. In Bombay, if you go, there are 3-4 B schools that are very, very strong, and of which Welingkar still stands tall. It's an affiliate college of the Mumbai University also. Healthcare management course commenced in 2011, so it's been 15 years old. This particular course that we're talking of commenced in 2011, right? It's private, of course, in nature, but it's run by a trust, and the trust has been there for a long, long time. Total students is 1,422 across all programs that this we're talking. The NR of management ranking is 75. In my opinion, it should be around 50. The problem with this particular institution is that, some of its placements, because it keeps starting new programs, affects its overall NRF ranking. 58% are boys, 42% are girls, and 46% students come from outside the state, which is again a very good metric, which means that it is so aspirational that students from outside the state also are coming to study at Welingkar, right? And by the way, it's also got an accreditation which is ABS BCP, which is one of the better accreditation that you have. There are 3 accreditations, this is the other one that we have, but it's also accredited, which means that an independent body has verified the process, outcomes, and the evaluation of the course itself. So to that extent, in terms of the due diligence on behalf of the students, there is some kind of a work that's happened here. Now, what is this particular course that we're talking about? PGDM in healthcare management. The fee 14 lakh rupees. Exams that they accept is CAT, XAT, CMAT, GMAT, ATMA of the Feb 26 batch. So it's still open for application if you want to. The placement is domestic is 19 lakhs highest and average is about 10 lakh rupees. This is very important for you because ultimately you need to be looking at the kind of salary that you'll get, and at a domestic average of 10 lakh rupees it's decent and highest is 19 lakhs. The more important thing, what I told you earlier, what are the kind of companies that come, which are from the healthcare sector, which are coming here for placement? P&G Health, right? Narayana Health, PD Hinduja Hospital and Medical Center, Visit Health, Policy Bazaar, Docflix, Hexaware, Jupiter Hospital, Biorad. So if you look at these names, you'll realize that all these companies are in healthcare only, and that is why they're going for placement, which means that this B school is not selling its healthcare program based on its overall general management category thing, general management placement that happen. They actually are getting specialized institutions, companies which are only into healthcare to recruit their healthcare professionals. Which also means that your internship should be complete, your capstone project should be complete, your placements also are more or less secure because they have so many companies, Niva Bupa Health Insurance, Alchem Laboratories, pharmacy companies, HDFC Life insurance companies. So you have everything, right from hospitals to insurance companies to banks to everything that you have. You actually have all those things here, which is why I am recommending Welingkar Institute of Management. The next one is NMIMS, which is again based in Mumbai. Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies, which is what we call it. The institution was established in 1981. So it's about, again, 45 years old. But this particular course, which is healthcare management, started in 2022, which is 4 years old. To go back, the other one started in 2011. So it's got about 15 years kind of a legacy, Welingkar. This is now recently, but NMM is a good institution. You must be looking at that. It's private, of course, spread over 8 acres of land. NRF ranking is 24th best. Total students, this is for entire management, not for healthcare only, mind you. 51% boys, 48% girls, and 88% students come from outside the state of Maharashtra. But remember, these for the entire thing, we're not talking about just healthcare. Now, this particular program, as I said, started in 2022. It's called MBA in Healthcare Management. They don't announce the fees, they inform it during the admission process. The examination is NMAT, which is already completed. And what are the career prospects? Healthcare analyst, hospital administration operations, policy and regulatory affairs, management trainee, sales and marketing, quality assurance, medico marketing. And what are the companies that come in here for placement? Ajanta Pharma, Asian Heart Institute, Accures, Acumentis, AIG Hospitals, BMJ Group, Blueberry Pharma Advisory, Cloud9, Digit Insurance, Dur Dental, Dabur, Dozy, Egos Nutrition, MCure. So again, you actually have healthcare companies or health companies which are involved in healthcare to be coming and recruiting here. So that's the reason why we're talking about it. Again, I'm saying, if people are trying to confuse, banks and all, and they put those things, it is for the larger thing. You need to be looking at those recruiters who come only from the healthcare industry, because that is when you're more or less guaranteed and secure of a job. Third one is Goa Institute of Management, very, very good institution here, established in 93, 33 years old. And this particular course commenced in 2013. So it's about 13 years old, right? It's private, 50 acres of land for all the programs that they have. 43rd best, again, not for the MBA in healthcare management, it's for the institution, remember that. Total students 1003, 69% are boys and 31% are girls. And 90% students come from the outside the state of Goa, which is what is bound to happen. What they have is PGDM in healthcare management. The fee is 21.45 lakhs. They accept students from XAT, CAT and GMAT. Median CTC is 13 lakhs, highest CTC is 29 lakhs, and average is 14.68 lakhs, right? And here if you see, they actually have companies like Stryker, Johnson & Johnson, Virtusa, Medtronic, Infosys Novo, Nordisk, Lupin Pharmaceuticals, Terumo, Optum, Genpact, Narayana Health. So you actually again have healthcare companies coming in for placement. But Goa Institute of Management is very, very good. You must look at it if you have the option. The fourth one is Symbiosis Institute of Health Sciences, which is based in Pune. Symbiosis is multiple institutions out there, specialized, and one of them is on health sciences. This was established in 2005, right? It's private, of course. The examination is SNAP. 19 lakhs is the highest CTC, median CTC is 9 lakh, and average CTC is 9 lakh, 7.95 lakh. It's recent, so you should look at it from that perspective. And what is the program that they have? MBA Hospital and Healthcare Management, that's the program that they have. The fee is 11.97 lakh. Examination accepted is SNAP. And who are the recruiters coming in? Apollo Hospitals, Fortis Healthcare, Manipal Hospitals, Medanta, the Medicity, Narayana Health, KIMS Hospital, KIMS Health, Aster DM, Plum Insurance, Reliance General Insurance, Deloitte, EY. So again, you actually see a lot of healthcare companies coming in for recruitment here. The next one is IIHMR University in Jaipur, established in 1984. It's a specialized university, by the way. The course, this particular course was commenced in 1996. It's a private university. 14.37 acres of the land in the rank band of 101 to 125. So beyond 100, NRF doesn't give a specific rank, it gives a band. So the rank band here is 101 to 125. The total male are 441 and girls are 117, which essentially means that we're dealing with about 73-74% being boys. About 73-74% students come from outside the state of Rajasthan. The program that they have again is MBA in Hospital and Healthcare Management, Health Management. The fee is 12.5 lakh rupees. There are only 30 seats. They accept all exams almost, CAT, XAT, NMAT, MAT, CMAT, ATMARK, GMAT. So they accept everything. And who are the recruiters? They have Fortis Healthcare, Medanta, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, Infosys, Accenture, Equia, Aster DM, Healthcare. So again, a few of the healthcare providers is what we listed out. The next one is IIM Bodhgaya. This recently started its healthcare management program. IIM Bodhgaya itself was established in 2015, which is about 11 years old. So it's very young. But their healthcare management is much more younger, started in 2023. So just 2-3 batches having passed out, 2 batches. It's an INI, which is Institution of National Importance, because all IIMs are INIs, no matter how they perform, which is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but all IIMs now are INIs. It's a government institution. Campus size is 118 acres. NRF ranking is 31, 75% boys and 25% girls, and 94% are from outside the state. Now, what is the course name? The course name for this particular thing is MBA in Hospital and Healthcare Management. The fee is 17.96 lakh. Exams accepted is CAT. MBA median CTC is 10 lakhs. Average CTC is 10.43 lakhs. And highest is 20 lakh. That's the numbers that you're dealing with. Prominent recruiters, Ozone Pharma, Technoculture, Aurobindo Pharma, Bors Hager, Ortho Heal, Aditya Birla Hospital, Medanta, Adani Hospital, Ashwini Hospital, Fortis Hospital, Mediverse, Pet Clinic, Red Health, Omega Healthcare. So again, you actually have a lot of healthcare providers going there for recruitment purposes. Then you have IIM Jammu, which again recently launched this particular program. This was again a 10-year-old institution, and healthcare management was started 5 years back, right? Again an INI, government, 200 acres, 66% are boys and 33% are girls, 34% are girls. 99% of the students come from outside the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And what are the details that you have? The program is MBA in Hospital Administration and Healthcare Management. The fee is 22.8 lakh. The unfortunate thing that I keep seeing of some of these IIMs is the IIMs charge more fees than some of the private institutions. And in my opinion, especially in these kind of programs, they deliver far lesser outcomes as compared to a Welingkar or an NMIMS, because they're based in Bombay and they've been there for a long time. They've been running it for a long time. So there seems to be some kind of a dissonance here in terms of the kind of fee that is charging and how the placement is happening, because you're dealing with 22 lakh and 14 lakh as the average CTC and 13 lakhs as the median CTC. But having said that, it's an IIM. People want an IIM degree, so you should go that. At least to that certain extent, the program delivers some kind of student outcome. A reasonable assurance is actually there. So to that extent, a lot of students do prefer IIMs. It's just that when you look at the ROI, maybe at times now you will actually get shaken. But otherwise, there is a reasonable assurance about these things. And the companies that are coming for placement, Napier Healthcare, Carillon Global Solutions, Cognizant, Red Health, Narayana Health, shall be limited, ferring pharmaceutical. So you actually have pharma, insurance, and hospitals, and everyone is coming here for recruitment. So that is what we have. I've given you a list of things. Again, I'm saying this is not exhaustive. We would have missed out a few things, but what we did was we listed out where we think there is some kind of an assurance in terms of the quality of education, the quality of student outcomes, and the quality of interaction that you have with healthcare industries outside of the institution, which is what we looked at, and the kind of legacy and the kind of credibility that the institution guarantees. So which is what we looked at this point in time to suggest some of these institutions. I keep saying it is not exhaustive. Some of them we may have missed out, but what we included here are good, and you can actually work to get yourself admitted there. I'll keep covering some of the specialized institutions as we move along. If you want something to be covered, please write to me on the message box here. I'll be happy to cover that. Thank you so much.